Are you in the flow of divine order? I am Gloria Grace Rand, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I started yesterday doing a Facebook Live. I explained that I'm going to start sharing with you the daily word from Unity that I have been reading every day for probably a couple of months now. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. And I thought that it would be kind of cool. I'm actually taking this from the challenge on from my coach, who is taking 100 days, and he is singing in public. His dream is to be a professional singer, so he is doing that, and I'm in awe of him. So I thought, you know what, my challenge is to actually talk about God and talk about spirituality on Facebook. So that's what I'm doing. So I thought I would read to you and actually kind of share my thoughts about this as I go along. So today is for Monday, July 9th. It is divine order. I am in the flow of divine order. So no matter what a foundation is designed to support, whether it's a single family home or high-rise apartment, it is essential that it be solid. And so it is in life. And isn't that true? A building has to have a solid foundation or it's going to crumble. So it goes on to say, day by day, I am building my life on the solid foundation of spiritual awareness. This means that despite the chatter of distractions around me, I remain centered in my faith as I move through and past any appearance of disorder. Now that is a good challenge, isn't it, for us to do? Because let's face it, there are plenty of distractions around, whether you are a business owner, especially if you're a business owner like I am, whether you are a mom dealing with summer vacation, having your kids home, that can be a big challenge. I don't have that, although I do have a child at home, but she's a grown-up, so she pretty much stays in her office and does her work, so she's not too much of a distraction for me. But it is a challenge, I think, to be able to keep our foundation, to be able to practice spirituality and to be able to stay connected, stay aligned with ourselves, with our higher power, and be able to continue on through our day. So it goes on to say, I may not always act and speak in perfect ways. Boy, isn't that true? That's for me. But I hold within me the essence of God's perfection. Hey, Marco, good to see you. My commitment to express divinity heightens my awareness of ultimate order through an inner sacred perception. I am empowered and free to be and do what is positive in a time of seeming disorder. Oh boy, there's a lot going on there, isn't it? But that's part of what I'm doing here today. Is I'm keeping a commitment to myself to express my divinity, because I think it's so important, especially in this day and age right now. I really do feel that, especially for women, that we are being called, I think, especially to be able to shine our light in the world and to really express ourselves and to express the love of God with everyone, and to be able to show that, to be an example for people, to be an example of what is possible. And it does take some commitment, you know. It like it says, I may not always act and speak in perfect ways, that's for sure. Hey, Madeline, good to see you. I'm just sharing today about being in divine order and being connected and being in the flow. Anyway, and so, yeah, to be free to be and do what is positive in a time of seeming disorder. And boy, oh boy, we have a lot of seeming disorder in our world right now, especially here in the United States. And I'm not even going to get into talking about politics, but doesn't it seem that way? There is so much disorder. Oh, thank you, Madeline. Yeah, like I got my hair cut. It's super short. But it's important for us to be the role models, you know, to be who you want to be in the world. In fact, I'm also studying the Course in Miracles, and today's lesson was, I am as God created me. And I thought that went so well today with this daily word about being in divine order. So I am as God created me. You know, we are, or at least my belief is that we are God. We all have this divine spark within us because we are created in God's image. We are created as God created us. And so there's no reason. I'm actually going to post something later. I was making some notes early this morning when I was up about how important it is to keep that in mind, that, you know, God is not sad. God is not angry, despite what some people think in the Old Testament. But let's say Jesus, you know, Jesus he got angry at some people, but all in all, he was the embodiment of peace and joy and love. And so if we are God, then we can be that. We can choose today to say that I choose to be happy. I choose to be joyful. I choose to be peaceful. Just share the last thing here in the daily word today, and then I'm going to have to sign off shortly. There's a quote from the Philippians 2:13, and it says, "For it is God who is at work in you, enabling you both to will and to work for his good pleasure." I love this too, because here's another thing I've been studying is there's a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, that's his name. And he talks in there about the fact that God wants us to be rich because he wants to be able to experience life and to experience all the good things. And this is what it says right here. I mean, it's in the Bible. "For it is God who is at work in you." You know, God is at work in us, enabling you both to will and to work for his good pleasure. So to me, that means that we are to go out and enjoy life and to be bearers of light, you know, to be the light bearers of the world and to bring the good news to everyone and to share it and to, like I said, to be an example, to be the light in the world and to be an example for others. So that, can you imagine if we all started doing that, if we all started really focusing in on seeing God, number one, in you, you know, I see God in you because I know God is in me. And to be able to treat each other that way as true children of God, I think this world could be a really beautiful place to live in. So I'm going to leave you with that for today. So I challenge you to be in the flow of divine order today and to go out there and to just see people see them as reflections of yourself and see them as reflections of God, because that is who you are. That's what I believe. Whether you choose to believe it or not, that's up to you. But that's my thought for the day. So I'm going to go out because I've got a networking meeting to host. So I'm going to Winter Park right now. And have a wonderful, awesome, marvelous day. I love you all. Take care.